I was just wondering whether we could talk a little bit about the design and what that's to do with, or whether this particular design is typical or unusual, or whether there's a whole range of these kinds of designs. What's it to do with?
There are different ways you can design the calabash. Like I said, you can do incise graving, you can do burnt designs, you can do open work, you can do bead work. But this one, looking at this calabash, they have drawings of lizard. I'm sure that's a little boy playing, snake, some leaves, something about the farmland, birds.
Should we point it to the camera so that people can see? So there's a little boy playing
there. There's a tortoise,
a lizard.
There's a leaf, a tree, and that's another tree design there. There's a little animal walking in the farm.
Yeah.
There. So I think whoever did this design just looked around the farmland and decided to, like an abstract painting or drawing from nature, to carve and put stuff into the calabash. But one other very important thing I want to say about this design is repeated patterns. You can see that with the tortoise here and another one here. I don't know how old this calabash is. I'm talking about the craftsmanship behind this, the skill that the African artists or craftsmen had long time, as far back as the ancient times, being able to repeat and draw patterns into their artwork. That's one thing I can draw from these designs on this calabash.
There's no... I believe sometimes there's a story behind some of the
Like I said, this one, there are different stories. If you see some, you see there's a story, but this particular one is like maybe a boy happy, person is in the farmland, and there's some trees, they're drawing that. They're just geometric shapes, and about farmlands and stuff like that. But some of the calabash you see with some designs, if you tell a story, and you can tell the story, from the design. Right. But you can see this like a farmland. There's somebody talking about farmland or things around the forest. Right. But don't, before we round up about the calabash is so important to the African tradition that for every marriage ceremony, no matter how educated you are, you have to have a calabash among the items brought to your in-laws, either as for storage, for the palm wine, which is the traditional African drink, or as a storage for clothes for the wife to be taken home. Maybe she gets some and put in suitcases, but during the traditional marriage, the calabash has to come in as a symbol of the African storage system. So there must be a calabash, either in form of to store the drinks you bring in to the high table, or form of storage for the clothes or the items you have brought for your in-laws. But the calabash is must be part of the things you present to your in-laws during a marriage ceremony. So it's a very important item in the African culture.
And that is that song. It's the voice, no voice today. It's of Mario, give ogun and mama. It's of Mario, give ogun and mama. It's of Mario, give ogun and mama. Niya data niya tepu. Niya gawa ekyo banagbado. You give ogun and mama.
It's very important to our life, our everyday life, the calabash.
Okay, what was the words of that song? What roughly was the song saying? Give us a flavour of it.
The song means is saying to one of the Oba, one of the wives, is saying to one of the king that he should lend him money. Money then was the cowries. Was the money. That he wants to go to a market called Agado. It's one popular market that has been on since Ogiso time in Benin. That he wants to go there to buy calabash and buy the locally made train, which is atete, to start a market.